Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. Um, for those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscription. I greatly appreciate them. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs. It is a collective reading, so we all share this reading. This is originally created for Wednesday, the 6th of April. But it is not solely set for that date. If you're seeing this in your feed randomly, watch the reading. There might be a message in here for you. It could be something that could relate to your life in some way. I do speak in broad terms so as to reach as many people. So you have to sort of place or land the reading where it fits in your life, if at all. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or broken. Do not worry. It just may not be your reading. Kind of like a take what you need and leave the rest situation, right? I do ask everybody that's new to please read the drop-down menu on my daily videos, just because it gives you a little bit of information as to how to support the channel, what decks I'm using, and things I want you to think about as far as when utilizing my readings. I don't want my readings necessarily making the decisions for you. I want them to validate you and support you in your decision making. All right. I feel sort of funny, I'll be honest. This morning I woke up and I just feel a little bit weird. I'm back home and we're back on like the normal schedule where I film a day ahead of time. And I just feel like I filmed all of these so long ago that I kind of don't remember what's going on with this week. But I have my trusty notes to refer back to the underpinning energy, which will be the video that was released last Sunday. And it is found in the lower left-hand corner of this video at the end. If you want to reference the cards in the reading that I'm referencing back to, it's sort of like the underlying cards that are also at work. Sorry, it's my dog snoring in the hallway. So he's decided to go back to sleep with his head in the office door. So let's see here. What do the cards want us to know? Okay, we have the King of Wands. Interesting. Yesterday's reading, I just watched it this morning. I love this King of Wands. I think he's a really, really sexy King of Wands, to be honest. Yesterday's card, because I watched it this morning when I released it, even though I filmed it last week around the same time. I started filming last Wednesday for this weekend while I was gone away. Yesterday we had the Hanged Man, which was about Pisces energy. And then today we have the King of Wands, which is Sagittarian energy. He's often associated with fire signs just in general because he's Wands, which is the spirit, right? Which is desire, action, impulse, and usually spiritual in nature, right? Let's just say that. It can be fiery, it can be passionate. Wands represents all of that energy. And the king is definitely the guy that's been through it all, seen it all, knows what he wants, right? He's definitely Mr. Like, I see it, I want it, I take it, it's mine. He's powerful, right? And so he can be associated, obviously there's a Leo back there, so maybe he's more associated with Leo in this deck. I'm not sure. I associate him with a Sagittarius a lot of times. But if yesterday's card was the Hanged Man, and we were sort of on a pause, right? A pause where some sort of enlightenment or awareness needed to come into our perspective so that we could move forward. The King of Wands would be about sort of having that awareness and being able to now move forward, making decisions in how to move forward and taking action, right? And these would be, I think, decisions that we can trust or that we can own, right? Because it's the king. Now, what I am going to say about this is underpinning this, though, is the Six of Swords from Sunday's reading, right? And the Six of Swords was about, it's always about moving to calmer thoughts, calmer ideas, calmer communication, a better place, right? The King of Wands, to me, will be very direct. He will be very clear. He will be very precise in a way, right? He will take action swiftly in situations, whatever you might be dealing with. And you will definitely have like a position of authority, right? It being the king. So I feel like some of you could be dealing with a fire sign today, right? Aries, Leo, or Sag, that is dominant in your space, or that you're having to face or maybe deal with, right? Or you could be this King of Wands today, needing to take action, make decisions on which direction, where your path is going, what choices you're making, and how you're making them. How you're making them underneath would be the Six of Swords. How you're communicating yourself, your desires, your wants, your goals, your pursuits is going to be key. And I think that the King of Wands is ultimately, because he's fire, he's definitely, associated with the spirit, but he's ultimately a creator too, at a sort of a spiritual level. And we need to understand that maybe how we're thinking, because this is the Six of Swords underneath it, how we are thinking, or what we are thinking, what we are communicating from within in our thoughts and maybe in our emotions, is potentially creating our reality, or bringing it to us, because the King of Wands has that sort of, I take it, it's mine attitude, right? So be aware of that. The Six of Swords underneath this, swords feeds fire, right? Air feeds fire in the elemental cycle of stuff, right? And fire consumes air. So these two cards working together, to me, feel favorable. The Six of Swords would lead us to better thinking, better communicating. It might be a little bit scary at first, ditching what used to work for us. But what that does for us, it enables us to free ourselves from that hanged man we saw yesterday, and to move forward with purpose today, and a little bit more clarity, or actually maybe even a lot more clarity and balance in our thoughts and in our mind, so that we can make more informed decisions and go after what it is that we need, what it is that we desire, right? And make that happen for ourselves. So I kind of feel like these two cards are working together to move us forward in a very, I don't know why the word precise keeps coming up this morning. And I also feel like with this particular King of Wands, though, he looks pensive, right? He looks like he's giving it some thought before actually taking action. Does that make sense? He's got his hand in his pocket, not to quote Alanis Morissette, but he's also sort of looking down. He's in a little bit of reflection. So there might still be a little bit of that hanged man awareness around him that he now has. So now it's like, okay, as I carefully decide to make my next decision, what are my best thinking ideas around this? And that would be that Six of Wands energy. So let's see what is the Sacred Forest has to say today. I need the book too. Wild Rose Fairy, love. Interesting. And this is card number 47, which is an 11, which is a master number. We do not boil that down. Oh, I need the book. One moment, guys. I got to run to the other room because I just unpacked all this stuff. Give me one moment. I got to put the video on pause. All right, guys. Sorry about that. So, what I will say about this Wild Rose Fairy and it being love, the King of Wands also can be a very passionate card. So I like that we see love and the King of Wands together. I feel like these two kind of play into one another. The King of Wands being very much about like passion and desire, what we're passionate about, what we love, what we care about. Some of us could be making decisions or taking action towards moving towards that at this time. Whatever that love is, whether it's a love of, say a passion project or a love of another person, or for some of you, if this is, turning, I don't know, this is slightly turning a little bit romantic to me because of these two cards. If this is a love of a certain fire sign, today could be the day where we begin to start to take step forwards in that direction, right? That King of Wands is going to be about taking action, although he does look like he's thinking it through before moving. Like even that lion behind him is strong and is proud and is, secure as that lion is. He's pausing and he's checking the terrain before moving forward, if that makes sense. So keeping that, is it blurry? There, that looks better. So let's read Wild Rose Fairy. And again, Wild Rose Fairy is an 11, which is a master number, meaning this could be a pretty intense, not intense, but important decision we are making is how I want to put it. right? And that's maybe why the king is sort of not being as impulsive as he normally would be, right? And I don't mean impulsive in a bad way. Impulsive, like, the King of Wands just knows his stuff as a rule. So he just goes in there and he gets it done or takes care of business. This King of Wands looks like he's going to take care of business, but he's going to do it with care. He's going to do it with a little bit of thought involved. And there's an importance to that for somebody, whoever's watching this reading. All right. So, and remember, all of this is underpinned by that Six of Swords, which means we're moving to a place of shifting our feelings, maybe shifting our feelings from a place of, negative or impossible to possible. What we love is actually maybe available to us, or could be available to us if we take that right action. All right, so let's see what Wild Rose Fairy has to say. The scent of the wild rose is heady. The perfumed fragrance swirls around you and flows directly into your heart. With each inhalation, your heart opens even wider and deeper. The soft pink color of the petals contrasts with the dark, shiny leaves. Fluttering among the blossoms is a kaleidoscope of butterflies. Magic is in the air. Love is all around you. Open your heart to receive. All of life's experiences are a splendid part of a spiritual evolution towards the realization that we are all love. In matters of romance, there is healing right now. You are a sacred vessel for love to flow through you, to others and to the universe. Healing has occurred. Healing is occurring. Healing will occur. And remember, like, the grounding stone for this week, which I just happen to be looking at my notes, is health. So, and there was something in the card yesterday about healing too, was it not? It was Moonlight Enchantment. Oh God, my alarm's going off. One moment. Okay, so let me finish reading this card. Sorry, I'm a little scattered today, I have to say. All right. Your angels, guides, spiritual guardians, and allies adore and cherish you. If only you could see yourself the way those in spirit see you, you would know how profoundly and deeply loved, cherished, and adored you are. Be open to allowing the Creator to solve your challenges in wondrous ways. Trust that everything is unfolding graciously and perfectly in your life. The opposite of fear is love. Allow fear to dissolve as love expands. The spirit of the wild rose says, you are more cherished than you can possibly know. Open your heart to receive. Love is on its way. You are an eternal vessel for love to flow through. You are enough. You just are. And that's beautiful to me. And then let me go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone is on aventurine. And this associates with the depth of the heart and the love in the heart, the green color, right? Because green and pink are associated with the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. And the word is namaste, which means the God in me honors the God in you. It's a blessing. It's a greeting, it's a what's the word that I'm looking for? To me, it's about seeing maybe the God in us, maybe loving ourselves a little bit more, being more passionate and profound in that love of self, or in what it is that we do love, shifting our thoughts and our hearts towards the possibility that it does exist for us, that we can have it, that it's available to us. Healing sort of the beliefs or the wounds that hold us back from believing that we deserve. This is something I face a lot in my own personal life, and that's why I'm getting a little bit emotionally moved by some of this reading, because oftentimes I don't believe that I'm deserving of love or of being loved. And so this is a very interesting reading. It's kind of hit me a little bit from the left. But if for any of those of you that can relate, please leave a question or comment. That is your reading for today. I'm going to leave it there. Stay in this love, stay in this God-centered space of understanding and realizing and honoring the God that's in you and the God that is in everybody else, the love that is all around you. and act from that place of sort of spiritual action and awareness, the wisdom of the sort of hanged man that we had yesterday, the ability of the King of Wands that we have today, and build upon that, right? Create that healing, create that health that we see that underpins all of this, and allow that to be your guide during this midweek. We have a really interesting shift taking place, I believe. And also, we need to remember too that stone is health for this week. And there's something going on with Cryon, the wounded healer, in Aries right now. Like he's doing his work. And so I think some of why I'm being profoundly moved by this is my Cryon is in the first house, or Aries is in the sign of in the first house for me as my rising. And so it's all about self-identification. And as I heal those self-identification issues that I have as far as worthiness is concerned, hopefully I can be more open to that love. And so that is your reading. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'm glad to be back, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody that tunes in, and please, tune back in tomorrow. We'll see where this goes. All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and it should be beautiful and full of lots of love, health, and healing for you. And I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.